Hi, I'm Strayoman. I don't really have an intro yet, but this'll have to do. Earlier I got a comment asking what I used to animate, and it gave me the idea to share my experience with animating. So in today's video, I'll be sharing my history with animation, as well as tips I have for beginners or anyone in general. I'm guessing this may become a series, so I'll mostly be covering the very basics of animation on Flipaclip. Also, you can take whatever I show with a grain of salt. I know these tips work for me, but they may not work for everyone. Not to mention I have been animating for a long time, and therefore have a lot of experience and practice behind me. With all that aside, let's jump right into my history. I've been animating for roughly 6 years now, and it's been a wild ride. Sadly, I don't have any of my old animations, because all of them are on my tablet that I decided to unalive a while ago. Needless to say, when I started animating, I sucked really bad. I didn't have an art style, and I would for the most part trace all of my art. Please don't come after me, I was really young and didn't post any of the art anyway. So with that in mind, you can already tell I had no idea what I was doing. Didn't even know how to download music and upload it onto Flipaclip. As you know, I've gotten better over the years, and it's thanks to others giving me directions, or I just discovered something out on my own. Something I've noticed among beginners is that they can struggle with having their animation be on beat to an audio. This part is mostly for people doing animation memes. A way you can have your animation be on beat is either by finding out its BPM or by listening to when the pitch abruptly heightens or lowers. An example of an animation being offbeat. And an animation being on beat. A way that makes it easier to tell when the beat hits is by listening and adding a small marking somewhere as a reminder that it is where a beat is. Another very noticeable thing I've found is that if a character is head bobbing, it can seem chunky and overall not very smooth. A way that I've seen head bobs before is when it doesn't go up and down in a linear motion. That, and when it either skips a crucial frame, or that it will speed or slow down at inappropriate times. Here's an example of a not so great head bob. And an example of a good head bob. A way to make your head bobs more appealing is by practicing animating a dropping ball. This will help you keep the ball linear and help you speed or slow down bobs at good times. A really easy way to get linear bobs is by selecting a lasso tool, moving the red dot as far down or to the side as possible, and moving one of the sidebars. Lack of interesting movement is a little bit more of a pet peeve for me, but it can be something that you can improve on to keep things eye-catching. A way that you can make an animation more eye-catching can be by adding smaller details, and if there's a character, then adding more body movement. More often than not, in a head bob animation meme, the only thing you really see moving would be the head, and if you're lucky, then maybe hair. With head bob animations, you can have the shoulders go up and down, maybe there is clothing that you can move or have a wind effect to. Overall, small details can add a lot more pizzazz that will make your animations more appealing. Color can be a tricky thing to get the hang of, especially for fairly young beginners. For this one, you'll need a color wheel. I may make a video on color theory in the future if people really want me to, by the way. A reason for this color wheel is to show you what colors will look good together, and how many colors will look good. My first point will have to be that more often than not, you don't want super bright colors. There can be exceptions, although try to stay away from them. Also, if you want more, say, 6 colors, it would be a good idea to tone the colors down a bit, unless the majority are already more neutral colors like white, gray, black, and brown. Those are the main tips that I have, so I may make another video on smaller tips, or maybe I can show you more ways that I personally animate, although it's really up to you guys. So with all that being said, that's all I have for you today. If you like this kind of content, please let me know in the comments. And if you have any other video ideas that you'd like to see, please let me know as well. I'm excited to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching.